Don't you think, I mean, just sort of, we were talking before about the new world, because I do feel like it's really changing and that women are breaking away from feeling that they're doing what somebody else has told them what they have to do. I mean, do you agree with that, or because you are surrounded by men. I've never been surrounded by men.
See, you guys all come from a different place than I do. And I'm realizing as I'm sitting here that I don't have enough interaction with women, not in anything. I mean, of the 100,000 people who probably work within my world, I mean, I can't tell you how few are women, and certainly at the very highest of levels, almost none of them. Okay, so I'm not really around to see that reawakening of women. I mean, I have my child, but then again, she does what she wants to do. That's just the way it's always been.
I think there is.
But then she has the safety of me behind her.
I was on the phone with a friend last night who's from, she worked at Estee Lauder. She left. She moved here. And I would come and have lunch with her, and she's like, yeah, I'm going to have a baby. And I was like, really? And I just would sort of hear these things. And then last time talking to her, her baby is now a year. She's now picking up, moving back east. She is so independent. And I find she's an example of somebody, she's younger than I am. She's probably not even 40. And she really has taken her life into her own hands, and she's making it exactly what she wants it to be.
I think women nowadays are definitely women. I can tell you from mentoring so many women over the years and being in a man's field in the beginning and then having my own company now for all these years, women are much more comfortable in their roles as being a woman and not having to make the choices that they were told they had to make.
Exactly.
They are more empowered now, and they have more information, and they're much more sure of themselves. So what you were saying before, if they want to have a baby and leave what they were doing, that's fine. Nobody's going to say, well, gee, you shouldn't do that. And so they have this, they are much more comfortable in their skin. And, in the scheme of things, women really haven't been working that long compared to men. I mean, going back to caveman days, it's only in the recent history that women actually were working.
So being in the society, there are matriarchal societies.
So here you are, now
where women have always done the work.
I mean, they were working, they just weren't.
But I mean, in business, whatever it was. So now they tasted that, so they had a little bit of that to judge by, and now they're able to weigh a lot more of their options, and so I think they're much more informed, and what you were saying, women now, I think, are relying on other women for friendship and to reach out to them, whereas maybe they weren't before. They're getting a lot more input from other women who have been there and seeing what they've done.
I also find that my mentors, you talk about mentors, my mentors are my friends, because the women who sort of were older than I was were not helpful to me at all. I mean, there were some men who were very helpful, the women were not helpful. My friends,
that's the problem.
My friends who are, on sort of an equal footing, all successful in very different areas. I mean, they were so supportive when I left my job. They were like, you're not leaving your career, you're going to another level in your career. You're not giving up things, you're going to gain things. I mean, they were so helpful in just the little bit of advice they gave me, and I realized those are my mentors. My friends who are successful.
I never had a mentor in business. I mean, I was never helped in the business. I mean, that doesn't mean I wasn't helped outside the business world, but I was never helped in the business world at all. And for the most part, people worked against me. It was competitive. Remember, I was a single mother by the time I was 23. So I mean, I couldn't go out and do the social stuff and the networking and the playing. It was very different for me, and people were fighting for roles. I mean, I'm a true believer that only because of destiny do I sit where I sit, because it wasn't a dream, and it wasn't an easy path. So it wasn't the love of the dream that got me here, because I wanted it so much that I fought through every obstacle. Nor was it because I was catapulted into this position. It was a combination of, for a long time, survival was the noblest of my causes, so I kept my head down. And then I truly believe that, you can't fight destiny no matter how hard you try. This was sort of a seat I needed to take. It certainly wasn't what I wanted to take. But being in it, you find the joy, the appreciation, the responsibility, the honor, and you move forward.
And the responsibility.
And the responsibility.
Well, women in the workforce.
That's what keeps me truthfully, it's the responsibility. And sort of the feeling that you don't have the gifts you have if they're meant just for you. Right. I'm a true believer that we don't all start out from the same place. And, with the gifts come great responsibility.